There will never be a righteous kingdom until and unless there is a righteous woman. Where there are no decent women, there are no decent men.
Fuck these petty niggas is a bitch motto.
King lit it up, pop shit, I hit him up. I know I sound confident, I'm supposed to though. Shall I proceed? Yes indeed.
Ready or not, here I come.
Co-rock the party and the big girl stand.
It ain't no showdown for no crown, I'm holding that.
Yo, this your girl Love, and you're listening to Heartless Beauty, the podcast where we practice self-love, self-care, and self-respect. And the motto is, she who embraces life to the fullest. So let's get into this. All right, beauties, let's see you on the other side.
I'm still heartless, don't get me started. I'm back up on my bullshit now.
27 hearts.
Regardless, I'm still heartless, don't get me started. I'm back up on my bullshit now. You hoes just look exhausted. Regardless, I'm still heartless, don't get me started. You bitches wanna come for me, let's get this party started. I'm back up on my bullshit, full clip, looking like a new bitch. Who's this? Got fries and a whole shake.
Okay, guys, so the big question is here, what is a generational curse? There is no clear and precise definition. So in a nutshell, basically a generational curse is the consequences of your father's sins amongst the children, meaning like the second generation, third, fourth generation of those who hate God. Now, I'm not a religious person, but I am a spiritual person. So we're just going to just take it for what it is and just keep going. And we're not going to try to break this down bit by bit, because I think it's going to end up breaking itself down within itself, right? So, but that is just the gist of what a generational curse is. So, me and my curiosity, I made a phone call today, and I just had some questions because I wanted to know what the church had to say, right? So, not everybody can recognize what a generational curse is, or if they have a curse upon their family, right? So it's like, how do I know? Don't know. It's not until basically the Holy Spirit puts it upon you to let you know or to be aware of certain situations that you are in. Now, for me, what got my interest in a generational curses is that I see my mom in my life. Now, when I say I see my mom in my life, it's not like, oh, I'm looking at her right now. Of course, she's in my life. She's alive, right? No, what I'm saying is that I'm living the life that my mom lived. Like, I might do a few things that are different, but some of the situations that I've seen my mom go through growing up, I've seen a lot of similarities, right? So I'm like, when I'm talking to my friends about it or whatever, they're saying, oh, you're comparing yourself to your mother. And it's not so much that I'm comparing myself to my mom. It's just I see what my mom went through. Like history repeated itself. Like you have a moment of deja vu. That's just like saying, okay, you seen your mom get into a fight with a 16-year-old girl and whoop her ass, right? And your mom at the time was 32, right? Now, in that situation, this 16-year-old girl pushed you down, right? And spit on you. And your mom seen it, right? Now, let's fast forward and say, now you have a daughter or a son, and a 15-year-old boy or a 16-year-old boy pushes your daughter or your son down and spit on your daughter or your son, and you're 32 or 31 years old, and you go and you whoop that little boy's ass or that 6-year-old boy's ass the same exact way your mama did it. Now, that's not per se a curse, but it kind of is, because you seen your mother do it. So you're not going to recognize like, oh, around the same age that my mom was, she did the same thing. But it's a learned behavior, basically. So let's give another example. Okay, say you're in a relationship, or your mom was in a relationship. No. Say you was in a relationship, right? And this man or woman treated you like you were the world, right? And then y'all got married, and then all of a sudden you find out that they like prostitutes, and they like people of the same sex, right? And you're not into that stuff, and you didn't know this stuff about them, right? So then you turn around and it's like, not you, but yeah, you turn around and it's like, okay, do I accept this, or do I do my thing, or what do I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? And you go into this depression and you end up getting a divorce and kids are involved or whatever. And a lot of things that you used to do with your children, you don't do anymore. And it's like that for a really long time, right? So, not realizing your mom probably went through, or finally realizing what's going on or whatever, or trying to reflect on why is this happening, or why does this same situation continuously happen to me? And then you start to look back. It's like God's way of telling you, like, look, you're going to keep doing this cycle until somebody get it right, right? And then when you do finally reflect back and you say, well, damn, my mom went through the same exact shit at the same exact time I am in my life. Nigga, that's a curse. That is a curse for that ass. For real, for real. So now you have to find out what's wrong within you and what you need to do to break this curse. And how are you going to do it? And what relationship do you need to have with God to help see your way through and find your purpose, to get your life back in order and get on track, right? So now when it comes down to this generational curse thing, it's like, okay, I'm talking about your mom, but if you're in a single household and you don't know your father, you have no clue what your father's out there doing. So even though you might not know who your father is, but you might attract a man that's just like your daddy. And you don't even know it. And this man can be freaking awful. And take you down this road of no return. So it's important to know who you're dealing with too. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to really be careful. Really, you really do. Spiritually be careful, because it's spiritual warfare out here. And yes, I know, like, I'm talking about God and I'm cussing and all this other stuff, right? I believe in God wholeheartedly. I do not believe in religion. And God knows my heart. He knows my spirit. He knows who I am before I even knew who I was. And I'm still trying to figure out who I am. So I'm going to be myself. As long as I'm not saying beep, beep, and beep all throughout the show, we good.